Hi guys, our first live yoga session. I can see a few of you are already online with me. So welcome to this yoga session with me. I am Priyanjali and I'm really excited to be practicing with you guys. It wouldn't just don't think of it as I'm leading you, but because we're all in the comforts of our home, it's sort of like we're all practicing together. And we all are aware that it's a known practice, which means that the muscles are a little bit more relaxed as opposed to really early morning practice. So we can focus on a little bit more stretches, a little more holds, and a little bit more restorative practice. Having said that, we would also be taking some poses where we actually get into micro movements and engagement. So a lot of us, when we think of a rigorous or an effective practice, we think that we must sweat and we must move a lot. But that need not be the case. Sometimes you could be using a pose, holding it for a long time with the right micro movements and muscle engagements, and actually be able to build more strength than you normally would in a very rigorous and a very moving practice. So that's the intent for our 12 noon sessions for the days to come, and you might know that I'll be taking 12 noon yoga for the coming days every single day of the week. Right? So without much ado, I can see quite a few of you have joined in, so welcome to those who've just come in. I hope all of you have a yoga mat with you. If you don't have a yoga mat, feel free to just get a dhari or a carpet, something that will give you padding for your back and your knees. If you find sitting cross-legged, the way I'm sitting, slightly uncomfortable, then feel free to grab a cushion, anything that will elevate the surface a little bit. It will take some of the weight off your lower back, and you'll feel that you can sit up slightly taller on a cushion. What you can also grab for this practice is I have a strap here, which is just a regular yoga strap, but you need not have a strap. You can just have any dupatta, and some of you might not even need it. So this is just an option. You can have a dupatta, a scarf, anything that will help you, hook around your foot. So just those things, and of course a bottle of water. Stay hydrated. It is the middle of the day. And with that, let's start our practice. So relax your palms on your knees and see if you can turn your palm up. Relax the shoulder blades down. And let's gently close the eyes. And once your eyes are closed and you're able to draw the awareness in, just notice small changes in your body. So take a moment to observe your jaw and notice if you're clenching your teeth. If you are, then just release, let go, create a little bit of separation between the upper row and lower row of teeth, even as your lips are pursed together. Soften the eyelids, so make sure that you're not clenching the eyes, but relax the eyes. And sit up tall, start to reach the crown of the head towards the sky with each inhalation. With each exhalation, sink your sit bones into the earth, distributing your weight evenly on the right and left sit bones. So with the eyes closed, start to focus on your inhalations and exhalations. Notice whether the breath is deep or shallow. We're not changing, we're not straining the breath, we're simply observing the breath. And as you continue to observe your breath, see if you can set an intention for your practice today. And we would be setting an intention for all of our practices every day. So any intention that you can carry to your life even beyond the yoga mat. Firstly, for me, I love the intention of I will be flexible in my body, mind, and spirit. So choose whatever intention that is applicable to you. And we take a few moments here to set our intention. And once you have your intention, focus on that intention. Perhaps you can repeat it in your mind 3 times. And as you do that, start to deepen the breath. So let each inhalation get a little deeper. Allow each exhalation to be a little longer. Notice the movement of your belly, notice the movement of your chest as you're increasing the length of your inhalations and exhalations. And we're taking the start a little slow today because it's our first practice. Breathing is the most important in our yoga practice. So let's get familiar with our natural patterns of breathing. And now we start to notice that expansion and deflation of the abdomen with each breath. So this is where we introduce a deep diaphragmatic pattern of breathing. So here, as you inhale, begin to expand the abdomen out. Visualize the breath flowing to the base of the stomach. As you exhale, draw the navel in. Drawing the navel in is going to help you elongate the exhalation. Let's take 4 more such deep breaths. Inhale deeply. Exhale completely. Take 3 more breaths at your own pace. Remember, there's no rushing the breath. Take your time. We all have different patterns and different lengths of breathing. With each inhalation, sitting up taller. With each exhalation, finding that grounding, that connection with the earth. And from here, return to your natural breath. Just notice as you come back to your natural breath, whether this breath is any different from the breath you started the practice with. Maybe it's the same, maybe it's a little deeper. Just observe those slight changes in the body and breath. And now from here, we're going to start our asana practice. But before we do that, we are going to two options. We will either chant the sound of Om once, or for those of you who don't feel the need to chant the sound of Om, it's perfectly fine because it's the vibration which is more important. What we can do is we can replace the Om with a humming noise. So when you're inhaling, just inhale deep from the nose. And when you're exhaling, create a humming noise from deep within the belly, deep within the throat. And that could be the way you begin your asana practice. So I will be chanting Om, but feel free to take whichever variation resonates with you today. Let's take a deep breath in together, all of us. Let the vibration of your Brahmari or Om ring within you. And then we'll start to rub the palms together, just warming up the palms slightly. And then take your palms to the back of the neck and give a little massage to your trapezius, the sides of the shoulders. Maybe you can move your neck side to side, releasing. And then come back to center. Great. Now, for those of you who are new to the practice, sitting cross-legged for this long may not be the most comfortable option. So you could stretch out your legs, maybe shake out the legs. You can give a little rotation to your ankles just to send the blood rushing back into the legs. And then cross again at the base of the shin once you've activated the circulation along your legs. And let's start by circling the arms up. As you inhale, extend it up. Now, a lot of your practice with me is going to be about micro movements, small movements in the body. So while we extend the arms up, this is great. I'm going to turn sideways to show you that a lot of us make the mistake of doing this. Now, notice how my back starts to overarch, and that's just going to put undue pressure on my lower back. So what I'm going to actually do is the lowest 2 ribs that you notice here, slightly draw them in, and that's going to keep your spine in check. And then start to align your arms to your ears. So notice that length in the back. So rather than being here or here, which is a little too much for a couple of our over-enthusiastic practitioners, you may want to just learn to just take small baby steps. It may not feel like a lot, but we're doing a lot more good to our body when we focus on micro movements. Continue to hold. We're stretching the lats. Inhale here. And then as you exhale, just lean over to the left side. Now, as you're leaning over to the left side, so I'm not quite mirroring the effect, so you will actually be moving in the opposite direction, just so that your mind works a little harder. If you mirror, then you just sort of blindly following, and we don't want that today. It's about engaging the mind as much as the body. So continue to hold. Maybe if you're comfortable, pull that top right shoulder back, whichever shoulder's on the top, so deepen the stretch. And then inhale, return back to center. Exhale to the other side. This time pull the top left shoulder back, getting a little deeper. Inhale, come back to center. And then as you exhale, we're going to just gently twist to the right side. Now notice how as I'm twisting, I'm not rounding my back, but I'm pressing my lower ribcage forward. Lengthen and then release your left hand on the right knee and place your right hand somewhere either along the right side of the right hip, or if you wish to go a little deeper, then you can take the arm behind your tailbone. Now once again, if you find this rounding in your back, then actively draw the ribcage forward. Inhale, lengthen from the crown of the head. Exhale, slightly bend your elbows away from one another. And if this doesn't bother your neck, you could look behind. Let's hold here for 3 full breaths. So I'll count with you. Ekam, due, treni. Excellent. Then inhale, lengthen. As you exhale, slowly come back to center. Or you flow through the other side. So inhale now. Let me know the micro movements. Lengthen. Exhale, twist to the left side. Press the lower ribcage forward. Then release the right hand to the left knee. Left fingertips will fall either next to your hips or behind you. Inhale, lengthen up tall. Exhale, bend the elbows away from one another. Maybe draw your chin towards the left shoulder if your neck is all right here. 3 breaths here. Ekam. Also take a moment to notice your hips. Press down into the left hip to deepen the twist. Due, treni. And then inhale to lengthen. Exhale, come back to center. So I think you get a taste of how we'll be going through the micro movements. Slightly slower practice, but believe me, your basics are going to get clarified. Foundation is going to get formed with this practice. So now from here, take your right palm by the right hip and see if you can slide the palm in line with the hip. And then we're going to bend the elbow. Now some of us might just stay here and this is deep enough. For some of us, we might be able to rest the elbow down. If you're doing that, then look down, make sure your elbow is directly under the shoulder. And then let's inhale, extend the left arm up, lengthen, pull the chin away from the chest, and start to pull your left shoulder back. Almost imagine you're leaning against a wall behind you. Inhale here, and then exhale, reach the fingertips. Now notice how my elbow is arrow straight, my arms are arrow straight. And then see if you can bring your ear, your left ear and your left upper arm in line. That's a micro movement to watch out for. A lot of us end up taking the chin to forward or the arm to back. See if you can align the two. And really important, I don't know if it's completely visible, but my right shoulder, rather than scrunching it up close to the ear, I'm pressing the shoulder away, opening up the heart. Take another deep breath here. And then inhale to extend the arms up. Exhale, slowly come back up to center. We do the same thing on the left side. Inhale, slide the left palm. Exhale, bring that elbow directly under the shoulder. And then inhale, notice how my joints are stacked one over the other. Inhale. Exhale, reach the arms so your ear and arm is in line. Pull this top right shoulder back, opening out the chest. Pull the chin away from the chest. Take another deep breath here. Keep pressing into this bottom forearm like you're pressing the other way. A long breath out. And then inhale to extend the arms up. As you exhale, slowly return back to center. Excellent. For those of you who are getting a little overwhelmed with a lot of instructions, I'm just going to talk about where you're feeling the stretch. If you're feeling the stretch in those parts, you're good to go. So with that, we'll circle the arms up. Inhale, lengthen, stretching the sides of the body. And then as you exhale, we're going to join the palms together and bring the palm right on the crown of the head. So we're going to start with our first isolation and also an isometric hold pose. Here, keep pressing the palms into each other. And as the base of your palms are pressed into each other, start to pull your elbows back. Now, the minute you pull your elbows back, this tends to happen where you might separate your palms. So don't let that happen. It's all right if the elbows don't go too far back, but keep the palms pressed into each other. Maybe even press firmly into one another with a little more force. Now, the part of the back where you're really feeling the strain is the space between your shoulder blades. So if you have a weak upper back, then just holding this pose with control is excellent to strengthen the upper back. But again, just watch out for the ribs. So we don't want this to happen. We still want to be hugging the lower ribs in as we pull the elbows back, palms press into one another. Holding here, one more breath. Stay with me, guys. And then inhale, extend the palms up. As you exhale, turn the palm up to the sky. Maybe look up and then inhale. Let's make a big circle with the arms. Exhale, interlock the fingers behind the back. As you inhale, lift the chin and chest up. Exhale, fold forward. Now this might look very different on your body than it does on mine. Maybe you're right here, and which is perfectly fine as long as you feel a stretch in the front of the shoulders and as long as your shoulder blades are drawing in towards each other. And then let's inhale to come back to center. As you exhale, bring both your hands on the knees, round the back and relax the shoulders away from the ears. Inhale, let's reach the chin and chest up, roll the shoulder blades down. Exhale to round the back, our seated cat-cow, excellent for everyday practice. Inhale one more time, lift the chin and chest up. And exhale to round the back. Great, and from here, let's come back to center. And we're going to now join the soles of our feet together for our butterfly. Again, this might look very different on your body as it is compared to what is looking on mine. So if your legs are up here, perfectly fine. Your knees could be here as well. Notice if this is extremely difficult for you to sit and you find yourself sitting like this, then what you want to do is press your heels forward slightly and pull the ribcage forward to sit up taller. If still that does not happen, then take a cushion. Again, take it underneath your buttocks and sit up nice and tall. What's important in your butterfly is that the back of the neck should fall in line with the base of the spine. So keeping that full length of the spine. Even if the knees are here, as long as you're sitting up tall, we know that the core is working. Let's sit up tall here now. Find that length as you inhale. And then as you exhale, come halfway forward. Now, what does that mean? So I'm going to be turning sideways quite a bit. That means that rather than this, we will just come forward till the point that the ears and arms are in line. Notice the lower rib cage and press them forward. Take one more deep breath here. Now here, the muscles where you feel that activation, they are the lower back muscles. So along the side of the spine, we have these muscles running up, and that's what we're engaging right now. So you get a little sense of how this practice will be. We'll try to stretch out and move all the muscles in the body. Take one more breath here. And then as you exhale, gently release the palm to the floor. Again, this could be maybe all the way forward, and maybe you can bend the elbows and come down to the floor. Maybe you're right here. That's also perfectly fine. For those of you, my friends, the ones who are here and you just seem to be stuck at this position, not to worry. All you do is take your elbows or triceps on top of your knees, and as you're coming forward, just press them out slightly. And this is again a good place to be as well. Those who can come forward with the palms on the floor, remain here. And let's take 3 deep breaths here. Again, I'll count along with you guys. Maybe take a moment to close your eyes, draw the chin into the chest, and let's breathe together. Ekam. And then we bring the palms together. Let's inhale, extend all the way up. And then as you exhale, circle the hands, release, letting go. And then from here, we're just going to shake out the legs. Like I said, today's practice is mostly about just lubricating all the joints. So we get into the hamstrings a little bit now. So let's extend the right leg forward. And we want to take the right ankle straight in line with the right hip. And from here, let's extend the arms up once again. Inhale, pull the toes in, lengthen through the rib cage, lengthen through the spine. As you exhale again, come halfway forward till your ears and arms are in line. Inhale, draw the toes in, press the heels out. As you exhale, lower your hands down. Now this is the part where you might want to engage or use your strap or your dupatta or scarf. Your hands could be here, your hands could be here, or you could be all the way here. Either way, if you wish, you can always get a little strap, hook it around the ball of your foot. So right here, the top bit, hook it around and grab onto the strap. So notice how if I'm rounding, and if you are one of those people who has a rounded back like so, then I encourage you to use a strap. Once you have the strap, you can pull at the strap and pull the ribcage forward, roll the shoulder blades down. And this is a good place to be. Now we'll take 3 breaths here. Take a deep inhalation. As you exhale, press your right heel out and see if you can press the back of your knee and thigh down into the floor. Ekam. Due, treni. And then inhale, extend the arms up. Exhale, circle the hands, release, and give the right leg a good shake. Hopefully we felt that around the back of the right leg. And do the same thing on the left side. So take your left leg out. Again, have your ankles straight in line with the left hip. Inhale, lengthen. And then as you exhale, come halfway through till your ears and arms are in line. Press the ribcage forward, pull the left toes in, inhale here. And as you exhale, release the palms down to your leg, anywhere across the leg, the foot, or if you find your back rounding, then take that strap. Take a deep inhalation. And as you exhale, what we're doing is drawing the ribcage to the top of the thigh. So it's not about the nose to the leg, but about ribcage to the thigh. And then let's take 3 breaths here. Ekam. Due, treni. And then inhale to extend the arms up. As you exhale, circle the hands, release, let go, great. So now that we've stretched out pretty much all the major joints in the body, we're going to come onto our hands and knees. Let's get into a little bit of strength building. So what we will do is we're going to take the palms directly under the shoulders, knees are directly under the hips. And then as you inhale, we're going to drop the belly down, arch that back, pull the shoulder blades down, and let's inhale, lift the chin up till you feel a stretch in the front of your neck. As you exhale, we're going to round the back, draw the navel in, and press your palms into your yoga mat, almost like you're trying to press the earth away from you. Watch out for your shoulders. A lot of times they end up scrunching close to the ears. So see if you can release the shoulder heads away from the ears. And then inhale to lift the chin and chest up. Exhale, round the back, tuck the chin into the chest, draw the belly in. Let's add a little strength building to this. So inhale, lift the chin and chest up. This time as you exhale, tuck your toes and start to just slightly lift the knee off the floor as you draw the belly in, chin to the chest. For those of you who find it extremely challenging, you can just keep your knees down and continue to do the same. For those of you who don't find this challenging at all, I invite you to keep your knees as close to the yoga mat while you do this. It makes it slightly harder. One more time. Inhale, set the knees down, lift the chin and chest up. Exhale, tuck the toes back in, hover the knee off the ground. Excellent, and then return back to center. So since we'll be going through basics, we're taking it slow. Let's take our first down dog of the day. Take your palms slightly forward, about a palm print, and then as you exhale, lift your hips up. Now, this again might look different on your body. Maybe your heels are lifted like so. So see if you can press the heel down into the floor. Again, if you're done, don't touch the mat. It's perfectly fine as long as you're pressing the heel down. Now to notice what sensation you want to feel on the back of your leg, bend the right knee and press the left heel down into the yoga mat. And then bend the left knee, press the right heel down. And maybe you can press both your knees in towards the chest. So you're pressing your thighs rather into the chest. Lift the hips up high and then come into your down dog. Try to keep your ears and arms in line and don't let this happen. A lot of us with hypermobile backs will just arch the back. So again, you want to make sure that you're drawing the lower rib cage in, drawing the navel in, strengthen the core. Let's take our first vinyasa, which means moving from one pose to the other with the breath. So let's inhale, take the knees down. Exhale, bring the chest and chin down. Then inhale, lift into our cobra, little baby cobra. So here, roll the shoulder blades down, press the pubic bone down into the mat, and then exhale back into our downward facing dog. Great. From here, we will inhale, step the right leg forward. Now again, some of you may not be able to come directly forward. So what you can do for that is place the back knee down and then step the right foot forward. If you can directly take it forward, great. Continue to keep your right knee and right ankle in line. Roll the shoulder blades down. Let's add a little upper body work, shoulder work. So as you inhale, lift up. Let your hips sink low and circle the arms up. Inhale. As you exhale, circle the arms back down and come into a little plank for the day. So here, keep your spine nice and long. Keep hugging the belly in. And just notice if your hip is too high, lower them. And most important, your legs, keep them active. So don't let this happen. Kick the heels back. Press the back of the knee up. And keep your neck lifted. So a lot of us will dip the neck low. Pull it up, pull the chest up, and nice long spine. One more breath here. And then from here, we're going to inhale, take the knees down. Exhale, chest and chin down. Again, if this does not happen easily, you could just come all the way down to the floor and then lift the tailbone up, belly up, chin to the floor. Then inhale one more cobra. Relax the shoulders, so don't let the shoulders scrunch. And exhale to down dog. Left side, inhale, step the left leg forward. Place the back knee down. Again, the front knee and ankle are in line. Inhale, circle the arms up. And then exhale, take the palms to the floor. Return to your plank pose. Strong plank, legs active. Inhale, take the knees down. Exhale again, chest and chin down. Or you could come all the way down and lift the tailbone up. And then inhale to a cobra. Relax the shoulder blades here. Exhale one more time to your downward facing dog. And inhale, take your knees down. As you exhale, come into child's pose, just returning back to your breath. So if you find that your breath is really increased, just let it come back to its natural breath. We're just taking a very short initiating practice today, so we wouldn't be doing too much. We'll just be closing our practice in a little while. So take some time here to thank your body. Take a moment of gratitude for just being healthy around this time in the world. Take a moment to also thank each part of the body where you felt a sensation of stretch or some work happening today. And from here, we slowly take the palms by the sides of the hips and very gently imagine there's a magnet on the mat and a magnet on the crown of the head. So as you're slowly lifting up, unwind as slowly as possible. Visualize that magnet pulling the crown of your head down. So as you lift up, the crown of your head will be the last thing to come up. Stack the shoulders over the hips and then bring the head all the way up. So word of caution, if you have low blood pressure, then all the more you want to do this very slowly. Coming up really fast would not be the most comfortable for somebody with low blood pressure. Right now from here, like I said, it's going to be a gentle yet effective practice. We're just going to come all the way down to the floor and hug the knees in. See if you can just rock side to side to release the lower back slightly. And then we're going to continue to grab the knees. Inhale here. As you exhale, lift up. See if you can bring your forehead or your nose towards the knee. Hopefully we start to feel the abdominal muscles working here. And inhale to come back down. So those of you just starting your practice, this is a great starting step for your leg raises. One more inhalation, and as you exhale, lift back up. And inhale back down. One last time. Exhale, lift up. And continue to hold here. If this bothers your neck, you could always support your head like so. Otherwise, arms on the shin. And then slowly come back down. Great. Now continue to keep your knees here. All we do is we take the palms flat in line with the shoulder. So just look at your right and left palm, and your palms should be a little below the eye level. That's when it's shoulder level. A lot of us make the mistake of just lifting it all the way up. Now inhale here. As you exhale, gently drop your knees to the right side. And if your knee is hovering here, then I'll invite you to just set your feet down so that you have some support for your legs. If you can take it all the way down, great. But once you're here now, again, coming into our micro movements, take a moment to notice your left shoulder blade and pull the left shoulder blade down into the mat so that it continues to touch the mat. Notice your navel and start to pull your navel towards the left, basically away from both the knees to activate the lower back. Then inhale, take the knee back to center. Exhale, drop the knee over to the left side. This time, pull your right shoulder blade down into the mat. And pull your navel away from the knees towards the right. Stretching out the lower back. And then inhale, bring the knees back to center. Give yourself a little rotation through the knees, going clockwise and then counterclockwise. And then extend the legs out for your final resting position of this afternoon. Shavasana. So take your feet as wide as the mat. Turn your palm up towards the sky. Let the back of your head get heavy and close your eyes. We're going to be here in a very short guided Shavasana for the next few breaths. So continue to be in your Shavasana. Allow your jaw to relax and your eyes to soften. And as you hear the names of the parts of the body that I mentioned, see if you can visualize that part of the body and relax that part of the body. So notice your right thumb. Relax the right index finger, middle finger, ring finger, and the little finger. Relax the right palm and the back of the right palm, the right wrist, forearm, elbow, and the upper arm. Relax the right shoulder blade, and allow the relaxation to flow down towards the right hip. Relax the right bum, the right thigh, right knee, calf and shin, the right ankle, top of the right foot, and the sole of the right foot. And relax the right big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, and the right little toe. Completely relax the right side of the body. And now bring your awareness to the left thumb. Relax the left index finger, middle finger, ring finger, and the little finger. Relax the left palm and the back of the left palm, the left wrist, forearm, elbow, and the upper arm. Relax the left shoulder blade, and allow the relaxation to flow down towards the left hip. Release the left bum, left thigh, the knee, calf, and shin. Relax the left ankle, the top of the left foot, and the sole of the left foot. And relax the left big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, and the left little toe. Completely relax the left side of the body. And now bring your awareness to that subtle movement of your chest as it moves up and down with each breath. Focus on this movement for the next few breaths as you surrender to the Shavasana. Gradually beginning to reawaken the body with little movements around the fingers, the toes. Gently take your head side to side to release the back of the neck. And inhale to join the ankles together. Reach your arms above the head even as you're lying down. Stretch out, take a deep breath in through the nose, and then as you exhale out the side. And here we're going to bend both the knees and see if you can just roll over to one side. It's the most perfect way to get up to protect the back. Press yourself up to seated. Let's come back to center and we close the practice with 3 loud chants of either Om or, as we spoke about at the start of the practice, 3 humming noise harmonies. See whatever resonates with you today. So let's take a deep breath in together. And then we rub the palms. Let's take the palms to the back of the neck. Relax the palms into the neck. And we'll join the palms together. Let's bring them to the forehead to remind us to have clear, loving, healing thoughts. Palms to the center of the chest to remind us to have clear, loving, healing intentions. And palms towards the mouth to remind us to have clear, loving, healing communication. Take a moment to bow down. Thank yourself for coming on the mat, for thank your body, mind, and spirit for bringing you on the mat. Definitely take a moment of gratitude for being healthy in this time. May you spread joy, may you spread positivity and healing energy to all sentient beings across the universe. We know that it's really required. Great, and I hope you had a good, short, effective yoga session. If you have any questions, feel free to write into us. You could either write to the POPxo app or you could find me on Instagram. I'm called Yoga with Priyanjali, and feel free to send me any direct message about any questions. We will be getting into the basics and micro movements. Slowly, if you stick with me, we might even be able to transition to more challenging and more complex asanas as well. So until next time, I'll see you tomorrow at 12. Take care, everyone. Bye.